but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking.
Oh, yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Geek Gauntlet Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan, for this evening. Got a lot to talk about, but tonight we are talking about I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. Yeah, we're talking about Batman tonight and all the Batman movies and everything we've seen across his social media presence. We're going to talk about all that tonight, plus a whole lot more. Let me go ahead and start bringing everybody in. First off, she is the head of Feast of Fandoms, and she is also our TikTok and cosplay queen. Let me bring my girl, Kat Holler. And Kat, what's up?
How's it going tonight, Will?
What's going on? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
All
living
right,
the dream,
right.
you know, living that shapeshifter life.
Oh, facts. All right, let me go ahead and bring in our next person. Ando, what's going on with you, man? You can also find this gentleman with me every Monday on the Sports Report podcast over on Wider Network. Ando, what's up?
Two things. First off, you completely stole my introduction because I was going to go, I am vengeance. I am the night. My name's Ando. How are you all doing this evening? It's good to have you on board. Also, Kat.
Yes.
Hot damn. Like, holy hot damn. Like, Burt Ward would rise up from the grave right now and go, holy poison ivy, Batman. But
I mean, it's really more like Mad Dog 2020 because I'm kind of short, so that's what I can reach on the shelf.
You know what? I do not have a problem helping you up. No problem.
Oh, okay.
But helping you up. I got to behave, though. We're just getting started, and it's getting hot in here. Will, take it over, man.
And it's not Geek Gauntlet After Dark yet.
No. Have you seen Cat? Dude, we're way past Geek After Dark.
Yeah, we are. We're
are. Geek. No. We're like Geek Gark NC-17 at this point, sir.
No, it's all covered. It's all covered.
Only if you don't stand up. No, it's
still all covered strategically. If I lean the wrong way, we're still good.
Oh, well, Bubbles wants you to lean the wrong way. So
later.
Okay.
Later.
All right.
Let me go ahead and bring in our next person first. I'm going to bring in my man. He's forgot more comic books than I would ever know. Bring my man Tyler in. Tyler, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, I'm just getting ready for it.
Oh my God.
Fun stuff.
He is trying to play it from Bring It On. Oh my gosh.
What? No, that's not what it's from.
What is that? What were you playing?
That sounds like way longer before that.
What were you playing?
You don't know that song?
No.
Really? It's like from YouTube Unlimited? Get ready?
Unfortunately, I don't know everything. No.
Well, no, that is much older than Bring It On.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next person here.
Ooh.
She came in a little late, but she's still great. They're bringing my girl, Janae. Janae, what's up?
I'm doing good. Trying to share and like and stuff.
Appreciate that.
Hold on.
Janae, you still have to share your camera, too.
No.
Ah, damn it. I tried.
Sorry.
I tried social media. I tried.
Really,
She's not getting on camera.
All right, let me bring in our resident female streamer. Let me bring in Diamond. Diamond, what's up? How you doing?
Doing good. How about y'all?
All right.
Doing good.
Doing good.
Cannot complain. All right, let's go on ahead and bring in this person. Last but certainly not least, he's my co-host. He gets everything ready for this show each and every week. My man Shaw. Shaw, what's up?
So everybody, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing good.
We are rocking and rolling.
Doing good.
Good. Real quick, before we get started, this thing not work? There we go. I do want to also say this episode is brought to you by Maono Microphones. you're going to get the best clarity for all your social media, podcast, streaming, gaming, whatever it is. It can handle it. Need an XLR connection? You got it. Need a USB-C connection? You got it. And of course, if you need a wireless connection, you got that too. So don't forget, check out Maono Microphones at maono.com. All right, Shaw, I'm going to turn this over to you, my friend. What we got is I'll try to get this show shared out myself.
Yes, sir. All right. So tonight we're going to try something a little different. We are going to rank every Batman movie from 1 to 10. We also got some stuff along the way, talking about Batman video games and stuff. Because of the Absolute Batman comic coming out. That is for Tyler to tell us about. Tyler, take it away.
It would be great if I forgot, to unmute my mic. That's all.
Tyler, you need to unmute your mic, sir.
Yeah, right. I'm like sitting there. Okay, I'll talk. Wait. Yeah. So originally, when we planned this all out, Absolute Batman number 16 was supposed to be coming out this week, which was going to be the second part of the Wonder Woman and Batman crossover. However, because of earlier this month, the release of Absolute Batman Arkham M one-shot special, they did push it back a week, so it won't be actually this week. It will be next week that it's coming out. Damn you, DC, for messing up our schedule.
Unacceptable.
Right?
But isn't that
How
like
dare they? I'm going to call James Gunn right now. No.
But isn't that like DC's motive? They always push everything back, and then it's inferior to everything Marvel.
Well, actually, here's the thing. I'm a Marvel whore. I am all day long. But DC is really, really slapping hard right now and making Marvel look like little bitches. So I'm just saying, DC's doing strong. DC's going hard. So they know what they're doing right now, and they, I don't know. They got to hand it to them. Got to give credit where credit's due, right?
Facts.
Yes, I agree.
But yes, so tonight, obviously, we're just going to have some fun, talk about the Batman movies, and just, get all Batman-y, right? Who doesn't like Batman? With the success of Absolute Batman this past year, which is the new comic book line from DC Comics with the Absolute Universe, which is a universe created by Darkseid, a universe that's supposed to be a little more darker, a little more evil, and a place where not always the heroes win. So this is the new, very, very popular comic, so much so that I was able to sell my Absolute Batman number 1 for about $100 just a week ago. So it is very, very popular. So in that spirit, let's get on some Batman stuff.
All right. The first movie we're going to talk about tonight will be, let me just look at my thing. All right. The Adam West Batman movie, picture number 1, please. And Endo, take that away.
Yo, look, I don't think that's the original Batman.
No, that's
that's Absolute Batman. There we go. I think that's the Batman that everybody remembers growing up.
The Wilkers Batman.
It came up picture number 2 for me.
Yep. So let's talk about this, right? I mean, I think everybody on the panel is old enough to remember when you went to Grandma's house. Grandma would make you a big bowl of cereal, and she'd turn on TV Land, and you'd get excited because the narrator would come up. You're sitting there. What are they going to talk about today? What kind of shenanigans is Batman going to get into? And then that classic, and that's where everybody's favorite pow, pop, bang comes in. Everybody freaking loves it. Look, I vividly remember the movie. I remember the TV shows, or I remember the TV episodes a lot more than than the movies. But I think everybody can say that the best part of the movie is when Batman has his leg stuck in the shark's mouth, hanging from the bat ladder, and he's, Robin, bring me down the bat shark repellent spray. Look, it's campy, it's dumb. People would say it's stupid in this day and age, but that was comedy back in the day, right? Batman was never going to be gritty. You weren't going to see that. You weren't going to see that on television networks at that time. I think they worked out really well. I think the movie was built. You included all of the major villains, the Riddler, Catwoman, the Joker, the Penguin. You had everybody involved and everybody had legit screen time. If we're doing it on a scale of 1 to 10, I like 8. I think 8 is a very solid number on it. Fun fact between the movie and the episodes, Adam West was the second longest tenured Batman and the longest tenured live action Batman in history, for those of you guys that didn't know that.
Nice.
Not including
Fun.
Kevin Conroy.
No, Kevin Conroy is the number one, because between his voice acting and the projects that he has, it goes Conroy, because they do it based off of projects. Then they do Adam West, and then technically Michael Keaton has been Batman for 34 years between Batman Returns and then his appearance in The Flash. But I'm going to argue and say that Conroy, I think, is number one, and then I would put Adam West at number two. That's how I would do it.
Out of curiosity, wait, so they were putting Keaton as number 3 for longest?
Yep.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get where they're coming to that number. I don't necessarily know if that's a great way to write that.
I mean, if they do it based off of projects,
I based on amount of projects. That's what I base, not years.
Yeah, if you're doing it based off of projects, then it's definitely going to be Conroy and Adam West is 1 and 2.
Yeah,
and then 100%. You can make an argument on who goes. Well, no, yeah, Conroy, West. Yeah, Conroy and West, because Keaton only had 3 between The Flash, Batman Returns, and Batman. I don't think he made any appearances otherwise.
I want to say, and I could be totally wrong, but I think he did reprise his role in like a short or something, like animated, I believe. But I long time ago.
All right. By the way,
who is the Oscars with Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito were threatening him on stage?
Yes. No, he wasn't. In like his Batman outfit, but DeVito and Schwarzenegger, because they were doing the best like superhero animated award, and Keaton. Yeah, who's Shovelface?
Who's Shovelface, buddy?
I want to know who Shovelface is. There, Allie. You got to tell us that.
I will say, out of just a joke, if they're measuring it by time, I know who the next one would be on the list technically if they're measuring by time that way.
Yeah.
That would be George Clooney.
By technicalities, yeah.
Yes, because he did also show up in the Flash movie.
He did.
Pattinson. That's
I
what
forgot about Pattinson.
Yeah, Hot Topic Batman.
Hot Topic Batman. Yep. Real quick, I do want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. Brittany, how you doing? Ando, I see you here. Garrett, what's up, bro? I see you in the chat right there. Appreciate you being here. We got Nerd on standby. Appreciate you coming out to the stream. Buttercup is here. What's up, Buttercup? What's up? So, and we got Jason. Oh man, appreciate you coming through, Jason. He is the head honcho over at ESN, so we appreciate you coming out, joining us for the stream tonight. We appreciate it. Go ahead, Shaw.
All right, so real quick, everybody, give a rating you would have of that original movie, of the Mark Keaton movie. I'm not Mark Keaton, no, Adam West.
Roll call. We start with Will and go down?
Yeah.
Well, we doing a scale of 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
I'll give it an 8. I'll give it 8.
I mean, if I have to go with the nostalgia factor, I mean, I'd probably rate it like a 3 because you get all that nostalgia. Because, like Ando said, a lot of us grew up, at least this generation, watching it in syndication on Nick at Night or one of the various Nickelodeon.
I watched it. I watched it when it came out.
Well, you are not that old, sir.
Yes, I am. I'm 54. I'm 54, my friend. I am 54. I watched it when it first came out.
54 years young, Will.
Yes, that's right. Yes, thank you, sir.
You subtract 20 from your age, right? You subtract 20 from your current age, and that's what you really are.
I'm 34. Yeah, I'm 34. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
No. It's the 34th anniversary of your 21st birthday.
Yeah, there we go.
That's right. Oh, man. Man.
So Kat
Glenn,
said 3.
what's up, man? How you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming to the stream.
Diamond, what about you? What do you rate it?
So, I don't think I've seen this Batman movie. I'll like give it a 2, but I have seen like the TV show with like Earth the Kit and everyone. I was like, oh, this is nice. But I'd probably give it like a 2 because it's like it's weird, but to me it's like a bit weird in like this old comedy type of way. Because I think it had like a laugh track too with the show.
It did.
Yeah. It'd be like comparing Mickey Mouse episodes. It'd be like comparing Mickey Mouse episodes to back in the day to like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse now, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Frankie, to clarify, I'm a shapeshifter. So that is an actual Janae. I'm just a shapeshifted redhead.
She's a ditto.
Yes.
Ditto.
Ditto. What about you, Janae? How do you rank it?
I'm gonna go the same with Diamond because I've seen like the original show, but I have not seen the movie.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I'm not as cool as you guys. When I was at Grandma's house, I would get soap operas and lamb chop. So
Days of Our Lives. Here we go.
She she got General Hospital with Luke and Laura, boy.
See, well, I got all my. I was during my nap time, but I could
got Luke and Laura, boy.
So I was on the couch sick. So
she got Luke and Laura back in the day.
On the
Ain't
wrap
no wrong
couch.
with that. Ain't no wrong with that. All right, who's next?
Tyler's next. What do you rank it, Tyler?
I will just go ahead and rate it as a. I think the movie has great nostalgic value, especially if you grew up with it. I think it's fun and enjoyable. I don't think it's the best representation of Batman, obviously, and I don't think anyone's making that argument anyway.
No.
But what I'm going to go ahead and throw out there for values is maybe like a 5, just because I think just for the entertainment value, the nostalgic fun, and also this is our first real. I think if I'm not mistaken, this was the real first live action adaptation of Batman, I believe.
For movie wise, yeah. Because I know that they had some TV shows earlier than that, but that was the first one.
Did he? Okay. I wasn't sure about that. Okay.
The only reason why I gave it an 8 was because the nostalgia factor, and Prince came up with the theme. I don't know if you guys realized that. And
the entire album actually.
Prince came up with the theme.
For the original Batman movie in '66?
For the original Batman show, yeah. That was
really?
Prince. That was Prince.
So Prince was involved in that one and the original Batman?
Yep.
Hell yeah, you go, Prince.
Yeah, to be clear, there's no wrong answers here tonight with this. This is all just how we feel. There's no wrong answers with Batman.
The man decided to come through. What's up, Garrett?
Yeah.
What up?
What's up, man?
I really need to find my bat cowl because it would have been perfect for tonight.
I have some batarangs I can find. No,
I've got those too.
I don't have dead parents in an alley, so I guess I'm not welcome here. I'm just gonna go ahead and exit stage right now.
No, he didn't say that. Damn.
You know,
we gotta bring out
dead
when you
don't order a frosty.
And beat me with the dead parents joke,
dude. No, I've beaten them so bad they're dead at this point. Like,
gotta say, Martha.
Wrong answers.
What about you, man?
Okay. Martha.
Catch me up.
All right, my ranking would be 7.5. I mean, it is the Adam West Batman, which is a specific version of Batman, from a specific time period, Silver Age, and all that. And it is a good movie. I mean, you got the Joker, the Riddler, Penguin,
the original Batman movie in 1966 with Adam West and Burt Ward.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely,
it was fun.
It's worth a watch. I mean, it's fun. You do have to kind of ignore some of the story stuff, but it is fun. So yeah, that's right.
The story stuff.
Let's be honest. Lee Merriweather as Catwoman.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I don't know now. Julie Newmar wasn't no joke neither.
No, she wasn't. But Lee Merriweather was the Catwoman in that film. And let's be honest, it has one of the best lines ever. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
It does.
Oh my God! Yes, there was that line.
No. The thing that killed me was the end of the movie. They could have took the stairs. They could have took the elevator. They're gonna rappel down the side of the building at the end of the movie.
That's what they did.
You didn't think about that as a kid, but now you start to think like, bruh.
Dude, the fact that they're pulling themselves vertically while walking up a wall, and like how much arm strength? Your arms are noodles at that point.
Except they probably did it just like it did with what's her name?
We got some crosstalk, guys.
What's her name? Meryl Streep. She was hanging from a ledge on one of the. I think it was like a Postman movie or something. And she's sitting there. She's like, "Help, help!" And then just lets go and sits there and goes, "Help, help!" That's what they did with that. You know, Batman and Robin were just hanging. They weren't even hanging. It was just vertical.
Right. They just tilt the camera.
Yep.
They need to make a modern riddle. They need to make a modern riddle movie or Riddler movie. I feel like he's underrated. And there's a whole lot to be discovered. Hey,
I mean, they did put him in
Possible.
the Batman.
Yeah, that's true.
That doesn't count.
They did
Well,
also start
actually, I don't
digging
think
into him
that
a little
was
bit
a
deeper
horrible
in
iteration
Gotham.
of it.
Just a horrible movie.
Oh yeah, the movie has issues, but yeah,
facts.
But
Let me
no, I don't
see if
think
I
that
can
was a
mute
horrible
myself
iteration. Actually, I
here.
think the actor who played him is a very good actor.
Which movie are we talking about now?
The Batman. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, I was reluctant about Robert Pattinson just because, I mean, Shovelface has been in so many things that I don't like. But I liked him in this role. He was good. He had the right tone. The way it was filmed was good. Cinematography was just fantastic. That Dutch angle after the car crash chasing the Penguin, and everything's upside down, and you see Batman come walking out of the flames. That's just, I hate to quote Scorsese, but it's pure cinema.
When they first announced him as Batman, I was very frustrated because I was like, whatever, I don't like it, but whatever. But then I saw Tenet, and
he was good in Tenet.
Well, when he was in Tenet, I was like, oh, okay, I could see a Bruce Wayne. And then the Batman came out, and then all that Bruce Wayne went away. So, I mean, I guess it counteracted itself, so that's okay. It helped and then took it away.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny we bring up Bruce Wayne, because I do have a question when we go into the Tim Burton Batmans about the mixing and matching of Batmans with Bruce Waynes, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, let's go next one, Sean. Let's do the next Batman. Let's go.
Real quick, they need to make. Yeah, I read that one. Batman is so bad they had many different characters. More or less a type of standalone Riddler movie, almost the way the first Joker movie was. We don't talk about the second Joker. Yeah. Nobody's better than Michael Keaton.
Woo! Yeah.
That's tough.
Keaton can do no wrong.
He really can't. Particularly with the fact how he still represents the fact that he played that role. And then Frankie says, "I'm Batman."
I was going to say, can you pull up that comment about Batman is so bad that they have how many different characters?
Yeah.
So based off of that argument, Frankie, I don't want to kind of pull hairs or anything here, but Spider-Man has just as many villains as Batman does. Does that make Spider-Man a bad guy?
I guess I don't fully understand the comment.
Yeah.
I don't either. It may be so many different actors, but I think some of that too is Batman and the way that it's almost like different story arcs. And we'll get into this more, I'm sure, as we talk about each of the various movies that are on our list tonight. A lot of these films, like you may have a couple of them that have that same feeling, that same vibe, the same director, like I said, we're about to get into the Tim Burton Batmans. But there are so many different iterations of Batman, which is kind of what makes it so great, because the comics have been so diverse and they've spent so much time trying to like flesh out these different kind of storylines. So, you know, like you've got the Savage storylines, you have the Elsewhere lines, and all of these other kind of tales.
Well, I think when it comes to movies, one of the issues that you run into is like, for example, you go back to 89, it simply focuses on some of the mob stuff, but it's mostly focusing on the Joker. And The Dark Knight kind of does something very similar as well. But then you get to Batman Returns, and they double up the enemies with Catwoman and Penguin. And the way it played out made sense. It worked very well. And then they doubled up again with Riddler and Two-Face in Batman Forever. And from there, they just up the ante because, like, hey, we're, go big or go home. And we have 3 villains in Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and the worst iteration of Bane I've ever seen.
Oh, we don't talk about Bane. Bane is like Fight Club. Bane is like Fight Club. We don't talk about Bane.
I got a question for the panel. I got a question for the panel when we get to Batman and Robin. For that very reason. All right, but anyway, continue, Sean.
All right, let me see.
Yes, you want the bat nipples. I get it, Ando.
Let me get caught up. Let me get caught up, guys. Different characters doesn't mean it's bad. How many James Bonds have we had? That's a good point. He's so good they brought him back in the Flash. Yeah.
Yeah, but they also brought
That's
George Clooney
because
back in
he
the
was the
Flash.
best part of the Flash.
Evolution does take place from time to time. True. The 2023 Flash was good. And I love the fact they brought back Keaton. I did
Keaton's
too.
great. Keaton's gold.
Fantastic. Spider-Man 3 is 3 characters in its multi-universe or multiverse. Yep. It's okay. Frankie damn near bald anyway. Oh my goodness. Then DC wants to do multiverse and Flash. Oh man, Melvin Johnson. Melvin, what's up? By that time to become too corny. I don't know about that. Batman Forever and Batman Robin sank the franchise for a minute.
Yeah, Melvin, you're absolutely right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't get me wrong,
Nice.
Batman Forever made a lot of money. Both of them did, and they had some killer soundtracks. But yeah,
Well,
hold on. They made money because it's Batman.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about that in a second. We got a schedule and a list of movies that we're going to talk about. Shaw, what was the next ones you wanted to talk about?
All right, picture number 3, The Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh my god.
Are we talking about the trilogy as a whole, or are we talking about what are we talking about?
Yeah, as a whole, it's more or less trying to tell a story. So, Dark Knight trilogy. What are y'all thoughts on the movie? How y'all feel about it?
See, I love this trilogy. It's the only complete Batman set that I actually own. And I it's so good. Like cinematography wise, like don't get me wrong, Dark Knight Rises is probably the weakest of the three. Because it's very protracted and there's a lot of suspension of disbelief, especially towards the end. Because they play fast and loose with how quickly it takes to get to and from Gotham, and the timeline feels very off. It's very weird.
Yep.
However, the story, if you boil it down to its basics, it is very good. Like one of the things that it does very well is it inverts your expectations of who you think the real villain is. Everyone thinks it's Bane at the beginning, and come to find out it's actually Talia al Ghul. Not the best version of Talia al Ghul, I'll admit, but it subverts the expectation because you don't see that twist coming.
Oh my goodness.
What about you, Will? What do you think of it?
I agree with Garrett. I thought Dark Knight Rises was the weakest of the three. I enjoyed the series as a whole, but I thought Dark Knight Rises was the least the least of the three in terms of production. I thought it was just weak. However, I will say this: I enjoyed the Bruce Wayne from that trilogy. I did enjoy that Bruce Wayne character, but I just thought Batman was like weak in the series. But
he wasn't a strong. He wasn't a strong detective. Like his fighting style was very limited.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the Bruce Wayne version. I think that was probably the best Bruce Wayne. But that Batman was just weak.
What about you, Kat?
So I kind of with this particular Batman franchise, and I feel this way about all three of them. I feel like they were trying to spend more time promoting Christian Bale's abs than they were the actual Batman concept.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's always with Cat. Always.
Well, think about it. They kept doing all these unnecessary flashbacks to like him in Tibet, like shirtless in just these pants in the middle of a snowstorm.
True.
And like, what does this have to do with the fact that he's a trash fighter? Because
he's like, shut the hell up.
Well, considering the fact he went from like 120 pounds to like 230 in like a month to bulk up for Batman, and then he became too big for the suit. That says a lot about commitment.
Well, and that's fine. That's fine. But still,
thoughts on who's the worst?
I feel like
Condiment King.
They wanted to focus so much on his commitment to getting the body type that, like, it was like Rocky Batman edition. Like, the whole fighting montage for the first 30 minutes. They're like, we already know Batman's parents are dead. We know he went and he did some training over to get all these fighting styles. And you know what? Let's just do this fighting montage of him shirtless.
Don't forget eating the egg whole.
Oh yeah, eating the whole egg. Yeah.
I barely remember
Gotta get that protein, bro.
I don't remember him eating the egg.
Who said Condiment King?
I did.
Tyler.
Yeah, Condiment King is he's a pretty lame villain.
Look, Calendar Man.
Calendar Man. Which one are you gonna go after?
Calendar Man could also be put down as the worst villain as well.
No, dude. Calendar Man was like an actual serial killer. He actually committed crimes based on the calendar. Like, he had a legit psychosis.
Calendar Man was better in the games than.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Calendar Man's better in the comics
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, considering the fact that the only version of Calendar Man that we get in live action is James Gunn's brother, like.
Look,
James
I thought he was really good at that one guy.
Brother has now played 3 people canon in the DC universe right now, live action.
Yeah, I know. It's really obnoxious.
I love it. No, I love it.
Diamond, what do you think about the Dark Knight trilogy?
I'm mostly blocked out most of the Dark Knight trilogy, except for I forgot which one. I think it was the second one.
Yeah,
she was so traumatized.
Diamond went to the Man in Black and got flashed. She didn't.
Yeah, I just forgot all about those movies. That's the one with Heath Ledger.
What?
Like blacked out. Like, yeah, I don't
Dark
know.
Knight,
What?
What about you, Janae?
What?
We already know she likes them shirtless. She was happy.
If she's hold on. If she's even watched it, because she doesn't watch a whole hell of a lot of movies, guys.
Oh, screw you.
Oh, snap.
I've seen all 3 of them in theaters, and I actually saw the second one
in IMAX, wearing 3D glasses.
Burn.
Not in 3D. Not in 3D. I did see it in IMAX. Like it's 9:30 in the morning. It was amazing.
Oh Jesus!
Before I had to go home.
She really wanted to see those 6-packs on the giant screen.
There was hardly anyone in the theater. It was amazing.
Brittany says Penguin.
Penguin's underrated.
It was opening weekend too. So.
Can we get William to be the next Batman? And obviously, Cat is Catwoman and Ando being Joker, and Tyler can be Mr. Freeze.
What?
Garrett
no, I take offense to that.
Tyler, you can hit them with the quote of who killed the dinosaurs.
No, you know what?
And J-Mac Lovin' is Two-Face. I'm down.
Can I argue and say I think I'd make a better Scarecrow?
But of course.
But I think Scarecrow.
For some reason, I make a good Bane.
It's because you're bald, Garrett.
I will take that casting. I will take that casting.
Dude,
yes.
I would take
I'm
Joker
not taking that casting.
I would take Joker or Scarecrow.
Make all the ice jokes. Just do it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Tyler, you be Joker and I'll be Mr. Freeze.
I'm sure. You know what? I'm gonna go. You know what? I will go and be Azrael. How about that?
Kitty. There we go. Garrett's our Catwoman. There we go.
Hey,
Garrett's Catwoman.
Catman.
Wow.
All right.
What's the next movie?
Oh wait! I didn't get my Dark Knight. What the hell?
What about Tyler?
Go ahead.
We don't have time for Tyler.
I'll go quick. I just want to say I do. Obviously, I'm a Christopher Nolan fan. I think those are great. Are they the best iterations of Batman? Maybe not, but at the same time, as we discussed, as Kat said, we've had decades and decades and decades of Batman, so there's always different versions of them. The one thing that I admire the most about the trilogy is if you've read enough of the comics. So Batman Begins is very clearly taking stuff from Batman Year One.
Yes.
Right.
The Dark Knight is the classic ituration of Batman that we all know and love.
Yeah, it is.
And then the Dark Knight Rises, that is the Return of Dark Knight. Like that's that whole. They literally pull comic strips and put it into that movie. Like one of my favorite scenes ever in the comic, and they bring it into the movie, is when he first arrives back on the scene, and the cops are chasing after him and everything, and the older cop looks to the young cop and tells him, "Hey, you're in for a big surprise tonight." And the young cop's like, "I don't know what's going on." And so that's straight from the comic book. And so I really love being able to see them pull from all 3 of those storylines, and each of those storylines are almost self-contained in this trilogy in each movie, which I love it really well.
Yeah.
Today, you could be Poison Ivy.
Hell yeah, she can.
But yeah, no, I enjoy them. I think they're good. I don't think they're the best of ever, but at the same time, if I had to put a number on it, for sure, I'd actually be putting that in probably the top 6 or 7 range, if not 8.
The thing with Janae being Poison Ivy, I don't know, because Janae's like the nicest person in like the whole universe. And
all the more reason that she killed, dude. No, that's all the more reason for her to be Poison Ivy.
She can I don't know if she can portray somebody bad.
Okay, hold on. So let's flip this, right? Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy was the exact same way, right? Before she got the toxins. Very timid, not outgoing a whole hell of a lot, kind of kept to herself. Sorry, Janae, but you did kind of keep to yourself in high school. And then as soon as those chemicals came in, right? Bam. Gorgeous, beautiful, wants guys to kiss her, right?
What you think she's not gorgeous now?
Yeah. But I've been told that I was very intimidating because one of my friends said that no guy would come near me because I was too intimidating. I don't know how a band geek is intimidating, but okay.
Have you seen the instrument you're carrying around? You can beat us up with
more experience than most of your high school seniors.
What was your instrument that you played, Janae?
I don't want to comment because then
jokes. It was a flute.
It was a flute.
It was a flute.
Oh yeah, dude. No, she
was a flute-toting band geek.
I was first chair junior and senior year.
Oh, hell you were Michelle from American Pie.
Still haven't seen that movie.
Oh my god!
But so many jokes at band camp when I was at band camp.
Instead of watching that, you go watch the Vampire Slayer.
Flute players.
All right, Shaw, what was your thoughts on the
Tyler, we're changing you to the Riddler.
Nope, I'm not going that route either. Nope.
Then who do you want, Tyler?
I already said I'll go Azrael, Jason Hood. I don't know, Red Hood. Let's go Red Hood. Let's go Jason Todd.
You're the condiment king.
So for me, as everyone knows, I've already have a lot of issues with the Dark Knight and the whole thing. I would say that the Batman Begins is actually the best of the three because it has a good story, good character. Like,
I think it has a good balance of villains
because there's a lot of flash and no substance in the Dark Knight.
I personally like the Dark Knight. I think the second one was my favorite. I especially love the opening sequence where Joker doesn't really play a part until he is the part.
Yeah.
I love the setup on that because it sets Joker as this mastermind guy. The first real introduction when all the mob bosses are in the same room and the crime families are there. That appearance, I think, just bar none, sets that expectation of, okay, this is the big baddie. We're gonna watch how he develops. I think it's even better than they do with Bane when they uncover Bane in the airplane for the first time in The Dark Knight Rises. But I think ultimately the best story out of the three was The Dark Knight. You got Harvey Dent, right? His character arc from being the guy nobody can trust to being the guy that Gotham is going to use for the saviors to being the guy who ultimately breaks because Joker is able to corrupt him. You can't tell that story any other way. And I think the characters that they got in it, Heath Ledger, may he rest in peace. I think bar none is the best Joker we've ever had. I don't think anyone will ever equal the performance that he put on. Aaron Eckhart, he was known for other stuff. I think Two-Face is still his best role that he's played. But I don't think if you get those two guys, if you get any other cast members to play those two characters, that movie does not perform the way it does. So based off of cast and story, Dark Knight is my favorite. I will always have a deep spot for The Dark Knight Rises. But I think ultimately for me, Dark Knight is kind of the bread and butter. I think it is the meat of that entire trilogy.
Frankie, you are more than welcome. Frankie, you are more than welcome to come on, man. Just let us know when. You more than welcome to come on, my friend. More than
Ando,
welcome.
I think you fit more Mad Hatter.
Okay.
Ooh.
I can be a Joker. That's fine. I got bad dad jokes for days.
No, Mad Hatter.
Yeah. Isn't he a Joker?
No, he's his own character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I just tagged Garrett to be Hugo Strange.
Ooh.
It's because I can grow a sweet chin beard.
I got chin beard. Not great, and it's gray, but gray.
All right, let's move forward.
I don't know why, but I kind of want Diamond to be ventriloquist, Wesker.
Ooh.
I'll be Talia al Ghul.
I don't know if you.
I don't think you've got the rap for it, Nando.
Well, speaking of which, William, you wanted to talk about the ladies of Batman?
Oh my God.
That's our segue to Ladies of Batman.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue. Ladies of Batman, that's just perfect. Yeah, I love the ladies of the whole series, from Catwoman, Stephanie Brown, Barbara Gordon. They had a lot to do with his storyline. The only one that I didn't like, and we sort of kind of saw it in that Killing Joke movie that was so terrible, was when him and Barbara Gordon sort of kind of like got it on.
Yeah.
And it's like,
a thing that's not real.
I hated that. I hated that. But
That's like a thing that never happened in the comics, really.
Yeah. But I hated that they showed it.
Yeah.
I hated that crap.
Wait,
They implied it.
Got at it.
They implied it.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
good
they
God,
didn't
no.
apply it. It
It wasn't on.
It was very blatant.
it was not implied.
The animated
Like she was
version.
actually pregnant and lost the baby.
And then
Oh,
they
hell no.
scanned to the next day, so you knew what they did.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
But yeah, I love Stephanie Brown too. I loved her. In the
What are your
comics.
thoughts
She's-
on Vicky Vale?
Dude, it's Kim Basinger. She was a Bond girl.
She was she was
Actually,
blonde. That's
damn.
about it.
We should have all just been Court of Owls. Damn.
They were like trying to me. They were trying to come up with another Lois Lane, and she just didn't work.
Yeah.
Well,
I
so
agree.
here's the thing. Vicky Vale is a character from the comics. She does
Yeah,
show
yeah.
up. She didn't get very popular until after 89. Like I've got an issue from I think it was 1990, maybe 1991.
Wasn't it 92?
No. No, it was 1999 or 1991 where
Okay.
Vicky Vale comes back to Gotham after being away for a while, and in the process, KG Beast is actually in the process of being introduced, and he's hunting Batman in the dead of winter. And I don't remember how everything ties together, and I don't know what happened to that issue, but it was cool to see a character that had been popularized in a film and was brought back into the comics because of how popular she had gotten temporarily.
Real quick, I know we're talking Batman, but quickly, Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I would love to say Star Wars, but there's
You
more
should
Star
watch,
Trek out there.
Frankie. You should watch War of the Stars,
Yeah.
a Star
Yes.
Wars podcast.
Yes. promo your stuff, brother. Promo your stuff.
Isn't
Much
there,
love.
I
Captain
also
Block and
loved-
lightsabers too?
I also love Cassandra Cain. I liked her. I like
Now,
her too.
for us that are
but-
uneducated, Cassandra Cain is Batgirl, right? Or
Right.
Batwoman.
She's a Batgirl. She
an
goes by
A-Bat
code
girl.
name.
She's
Orphan
one
now.
of them. She's part of the Bat. She's part of the Bat family. Yeah.
What did
She
you
probably
say,
got the
Garrett?
cool-
It cut out.
She
Her
probably got
code
the
name is
coolest
Orphan.
costume.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. She's probably got the coolest costume.
But she is currently Batwoman though. She did drop the Orphan currently.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, she kind of temporarily took over for Kate Kane. Cassandra is pretty cool because like she's got her mom's fighting style.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Shiva.
And like
Yep.
there's a series of little web comics that I keep finding on Instagram where there's one in particular where she's being tasked by Batman to sneak up on as many people as possible, and you see her doing that, and she actually sneaks up on Superman and Wonder Woman, and they're like, oh my gosh, she's way too good at that. And then Superman turns to Batman, he's like, how come your heart just started pumping a little faster? And Batman's like, it's not related.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Believe it's on
real quick.
Orphans.
Can we just come up with no Batman and Robin? Yeah, I'm about to say this. No Batman and Robin. Can we just come up with a movie or a series about just the Bat family? Do you think that'll go over well? With
I
just the
think so.
Bat family.
I think
Batman and Robin.
it'd have to be a TV series, but I think it would work out well. I don't think you can do it as
Wasn't that what Gotham Knights was all about?
Don't you
supposed to
dare
be.
put those words in that mouth, Garrett.
Yeah, do not.
Garrett, you can vote it out.
Do
It was
not.
straight
It was
garbage.
supposed to be.
I think
No, it wasn't supposed to be. It
Figure
was supposed to be
yourself
garbage,
out.
and that's what it was.
Gotham
I
Knights was
think the
trash.
issue, Will, you would run into that is because of how much older Batman is or how long Batman has been doing it before he brings help and everything. The problem is I don't think you can get a TV show. So if you did a TV show like that, the first season would have to be nothing but a Batman show.
Mhm.
And then season 2, you bring in Robin, who can then evolve into Nightwing. Then you bring in another Robin, be it Damian or Jason Todd. Then you bring in Batgirl. You would have to have.
I
You would have
disagree.
to have
I disagree. Just start with everyone there. There's no reason why you can't just start everyone there.
You can always explore the history in flashbacks.
Okay.
Okay,
you're right. You're right.
Do an anthology show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Focus on
an anthology show.
Got me missing for a while.
And have
that was a little different. That was a
season
little
1
different.
almost kind of focus on Dick Grayson and his rise all the way from Robin to Nightwing. And with that,
wasn't that season 1 of Titans?
What?
Wasn't that season 1 of Titans?
That was Batman and Robin.
Here's the thing: season 1 and season 2 of the Titans didn't happen. But
I watched it. It happened.
It didn't happen, Garrett. Only season 3 and 4 existed.
No, you cannot pull the Star Wars shit out like this. You can't pull out the Star Wars versus Star Trek when you're arguing that episodes 1, 2, and 3 don't exist with Star Wars. No, that's not happening.
Star Trek does that shit too from Discovery era.
Everybody does that shit.
Yeah.
No, I say that every episode of the Geek Gauntlet podcast is a legit episode. You should watch it. Watch all of our shows.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
So with that though, talking about the Bat Family, I think if they did it as an animated series and they did it as a spin-off off of the Harley Quinn series, it could work because of the fact that you've already started to kind of build some of that information and history about the Bat Family within Harley Quinn.
Right.
Okay.
I see
Does it have to be that series?
I'm sorry, I see where you're coming back from, but like on that show, they're made too much to be the butt of the jokes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to be.
But you would have to make them because it's kind of like Dragon Ball Z at the end when we got all these transformations from Goku and Vegeta. The rest of the crew meant nothing at the end of the day. Yeah, they may jump in and help occasionally, but they were made jokes at the end of the day. You couldn't. They're not.
Yeah, Yamcha's not going to come in and save the day. I don't think Jason Todd's Robin is going to be the one to beat up on Joker and make him say, "Uncle, Uncle."
You have to put emphasis on them. In other words,
hear me out. So, as I said, if we do this anthology style, if you do season 1, we focus on Dick Grayson. Now, what we do is we kind of pulled from storylines over some of his best storylines from the comics, and that's how the episodes kind of go by. But also, we'll see certain characters pop in because by the time he's Nightwing, right, we already have Jason Todd as Robin, so we'll see those characters pop in, and then season 2, now we focus on Jason Todd. Now season 3, we're gonna go ahead and basically you're introducing those characters slowly in each season, but they get their focus season the next season. So I think you could easily do that, and there's enough big characters that I think they're popular enough with the Bat Family that you could do that for a 10-season show.
You mean 10 episode of season show?
No, I'm talking about 10 seasons. You could probably do 10 seasons.
I don't see a publisher like Warner Brothers would not commit to 10 years.
Oh, well, no one's going to commit to 10 years.
The last time Warner Brothers committed to a show for 10 seasons was Smallville.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not. Well, they didn't commit to 10 season when they started it.
Yeah,
that is true.
They commit to a season or 2, and they see if the ratings go well. I think that if you're done well, the ratings will continue to do very well, and I think it would continue to go on. And the best way to do that, right, is all those characters that you have playing in the show. They need to show up if you have those characters in the movies. Those actors need to play those characters in the movies if that happens.
I will say, getting back to the topic of ladies of Batman, I think everybody on the panel knows that Poison Ivy is my number 1 girl. Let's go Poison Ivy.
No way.
Yep. For those of you who don't know, spoiler alert, I'm a big Poison Ivy. She is a goddess. I don't care that she can kill people with her poison kisses. I don't care. I am a simp for Poison Ivy. There, I fucking said it. It is live on the Geek Gauntlet podcast.
Here, I just thought you were a big Lady Shiva guy.
No. It is Poison Ivy all the way, bro. Nope. Sucker for a redhead.
All right, Shaw.
By the way, Kat, you look lovely tonight.
All right. Next up, let's talk about the arc of video games. Picture number 9, and take it away, Diamond.
Take it away.
Hello.
Bam.
Love this game.
Sorry.
So
I'm like, what?
He's like, wait, hold on, I wasn't ready.
Hold on, I wasn't ready.
He's like been pushed into the stage, like, oh no.
He's like, I gotta put down my Animal Crossing. Hold on.
Diamond, you didn't kill any shiny Pokemon, did you?
No, I didn't. Sadly, no.
Disrespectful.
No, she just completely threw Batman off of a cliff. That's what
as she's getting ready, real quick.
That's not fair.
Who is truly the worst Batman?
George Clooney.
No, that's not fair.
Dude, I liked George Clooney as Bruce Wayne. By far, I think as a character of Batman, he sucked, but he played a pretty damn good Bruce Wayne.
I'm going with Pattinson.
I'm going Pattinson too.
It is easy for me to see Pattinson.
Can we say Will Arnett? Can we say Lego Batman?
How very dare you? That was a great movie. Take it back right now.
We're not doing that to Lego Batman. No.
Listen. I'm a Batman as well. I'm throwing 20.
He's actually. You guys doesn't he play Batman in those new commercials?
He does. He also did a skit on Jimmy Kimmel during the Ben Affleck versus Henry Cavill. There was a skit that Jimmy Kimmel did where Will Arnett shows up.
Right. Yeah, he
showed 20 better rays at you until I hit you with the one.
And somebody's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm Batman."
Batman lives in Bruce Wayne's basement? No.
Freaking love that interaction though. If you guys haven't seen it, YouTube Jimmy Kimmel.
Lego Batman rocks.
Yeah.
Lego Batman rocks. He's not the worst Batman.
No, I agree. He's not.
Diamond.
Life has no seatbelts.
How did I offend?
Don't get me wrong. I like Will Arnett doing the voice for Lego Batman. I hated the story.
I want to know how I offended the girls. Like, how did I offend them? Brittany, you got to let me know how I offended the girls, because that's like that is not what I do. I don't offend anybody.
Ando, you said you liked Poison Ivy over them.
Huh.
I thought that was common knowledge, guys. I'm sorry.
I knew that.
Yeah, I mean, if I gotta go sit in the corner, screw it. I gotta go sit in the corner. So
I mean, and that's like his past. Like, if there was a real life Poison Ivy.
Exactly. Thank you, Kat.
Yeah.
If there was a real life Poison Ivy, we would be at a funeral.
Yeah.
Yo,
but he died.
You guys better be giving me the best damn eulogy. Like, Will better walk up there, tears in his eyes. My boy Ando.
Whoa. Completely wrong.
Yeah, no. Well, if I go out like that to Poison Ivy, that better be your eulogy.
I got you, brother.
That's all I'm asking.
I got you, brother.
Thank you.
I would show up in my bat suit doing the eulogy, going, "He died what he loved doing." Poison Ivy.
Yep. Perfect.
All right, Dami, you ready?
But I'm not wearing hockey pads.
So I like how it continues, like it gives you like the idea like, okay, this is a couple years into being Batman. Yeah. It doesn't have to start with like the dead parents or anything, or the sad, bad, tragic.
It was not me this time.
Dead parents.
Dead parents or anything, except for like the Scarecrow scene in the first game. That's about it.
And then that little cut scene at the end of Arkham Knight.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that.
What is wrong with that? No, we got.
I don't need to acknowledge the fact that he technically, quote unquote, died. I'm like, I don't want to remember that.
Oh, by the way, spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't played Batman Arkham Knight. He dies at the end of the game. For anybody who didn't know.
Quote unquote, he technically died.
Technically.
Quote unquote.
There's a thing.
Technically goes on hiatus.
Sorry, the cops are coming for me. Sorry.
It's because you said some untrue things, Ando.
I did. Yep.
They coming for you, Ando. Yep.
Whatever you say, Booker T. All right, Diamond, you were saying about Arkham Asylum or the Arkham series?
There's so many like iconic scenes in the Arkham games. Like from the first Arkham Asylum, where it's called TikTok, Feed the Croc, along with the Scarecrow little segments. And
then those platformers are pretty cool.
Oh, yes.
Diamond, Asylum, City, or Night?
Ooh. I'd probably say City, because I get to play as like Selena Kyle or Selena.
Yeah, Selena Kyle, you're right.
Mm-hmm. And we're not counting Origin, because Origin's not the same game.
Yeah, it's not. I never played Origin.
Origins is in the same. It's in the same continuity.
Yeah,
but it's not made by the same
developer. It was done by a different studio.
Yeah.
So it's
because it goes into like the first year of Batman's existence. That's what it does.
Right. And I do like the gameplay on that one. Because there is some stuff that's really contiguous as far as like going from one mission to the next.
Yeah.
And I think Troy Baker as Joker does a really good job of emulating what was already established by Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
and I do like the fact that they finally introduced like the fast travel using the Batwing as the mechanic.
Yes.
I was going to say I think the best part of the Arkham series is the continuation between the relationship between Kevin Conroy as Batman and Mark Hamill as Joker.
Yeah.
I don't think the game, I don't think the story has the same effect without those two guys kind of being the anchor and the point with everything going on with that game. But I will wholeheartedly agree. No, I am still drooling over Cat, sir. Anyway, what I was going to say was I think Arkham Asylum, you have to remember, up until that point, Batman had gotten a lot of bad press as far as video games go. They either were too hard that people couldn't do what the Dark Knight does. It never instituted any of the detective work. It never solved cases. All you did was button mash to beat up people, and that was it. Arkham Asylum, when Rocksteady took over the assignment, was, hey guys, we're going to start from scratch. There's going to be detective work. We're going to have stealth parts. Scarecrow's levels are going to be involved. So I thought it did a really good job creating the platform. But story-wise, they fleshed so much out of the comics and other media that Batman Arkham City, I think, was the best made story continuity game that's good for Batman. I don't think anything will ever be better than Arkham City. I think Arkham Knight, had they gotten all the bugs to work out in the PC and included the DLC for free, which they eventually did put in, I think Arkham Knight would have been best. But as Diamond said, because of how they ended that, it left it on a really sour note. And then everything that had to do with the PC port just was horrible from day one.
One of the things I liked about all the games is, but you get to do this especially more in Arkham City and in you see it throughout all the games. But the way that they introduced everything in Arkham Asylum, though, where you have to change up your strategy with every single opponent that you face. Like you can't face Bane head on because he's too strong, so you have to use that against him. You have to be faster than Croc and not allow yourself to get caught. You have to it's brilliant how they handle it. I think part of the storyline with the Joker, using the Titan formula does get a little. I mean, the whole thing is threaded throughout the trilogy, but I think that's probably the one thing that takes me out of the suspension of disbelief, and it makes me wonder if that's where Darkseid got the idea for Absolute Joker.
I have a question out of curiosity. I'm going to put a question out there for you guys. What did you feel about the creation of Arkham Knight?
As far as spoiler. As far as Jason Todd being the main bad guy?
Well, obviously Red Hood has existed, and that was even a DLC in that game. Yep. But the fact that was the twist that ends up being that they created the Arkham Knight character to be Jason Todd.
So
I didn't mind it.
I wasn't surprised.
What'd you say, Diamond?
So I wasn't surprised by it because the fact that like, oh well, Joker kind of killed Jason Todd and then did all these things. Like, oh well, it's kind of obvious. Plus, if you watch like the comics or the movie with Jensen Ackles or so, it kind of like told you.
I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the plot twist for the game. If you want my honest opinion, I think it kind of kept Batman on his toes because Jason Todd is that guy. Like anybody from the Bat family would be a great opponent for Batman because Batman trained him, so he knows the ins and outs of everything that Bruce Wayne and Batman does. He knows that he's going to have the detective work cut out against him, so he's not going to leave a whole lot of clues and details as to what he is going through. And then just kind of that whole the interaction of Batman's disbelief of, oh my God, I trusted you. And then just kind of the jaw dropping, well, you left me to die. This is all your. I thought it was great story. Like storyline, I thought Arkham Knight told almost as good a story as Arkham City. I think, like I said, I told the reason why I like Arkham City more than I like Arkham Knight. But if it's not a former Bat family member, you can't tell the story of Arkham Knight knowing everything that Bruce Wayne / Batman is doing and is being one step ahead of them.
The thing I like about it worked for me, and here's why. Because I'm going to reference a comic here, Battle for the Cowl. There's a sequence where Nightwing is in the cave and he's trying to figure out what to do next, and all of a sudden a figure jumps out using Red Hood style tactics, wearing this all black armored complete face mask bat suit, and it takes him a moment to realize that this is actually Jason Todd. Jason's gone completely unhinged, thinking he's the heir apparent. And so when I saw Arkham Knight, I'm like, that's got to be Jason Todd before he becomes Red Hood, or after he's been Red Hood. We'll see how it plays out. The other thing I liked about it is that if you go back through the trilogy, through all the way back into Arkham Asylum, there are clues and hints that Rocksteady threaded throughout the stories of all three games to flat out tell you from the beginning, this is Jason Todd.
Yep.
You're going to be dealing with him at some point.
God, I love Jason Todd.
I thought it was more interesting to see that, like, in Arkham Knight, after Joker's like death, there's like, oh, he lingered in Batman's head like rent free. It's like, oh yes, but survived. It's like guilt for him technically killing Joker, but it wasn't his fault.
They've played on that a couple times throughout comics, but one of my favorite ones was recently. There is a universe that got created. I think Sean Murphy is the writer. It is the White Knight universe. If anyone's heard of that, but basically it's an Elseworld story. But the idea is Joker isn't necessarily the same Joker that we're aware of. He's not crazy. He actually becomes the mayor of a town. But he does die, and when he did die, we jump forward to the second storyline with Batman, and Joker had implanted a microchip into Bruce Wayne, so that Bruce Wayne, basically making sure the Joker always would torture him in his mind always. So he always would see him in places and talk to him, but it was not real. It was just a microchip in the back of his brain.
That sounds very similar to a plot point from Batman Beyond Return of the Joker.
Yep. I remember that. Yep. I remember that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you got, Diamond?
No, that's all.
All right. What's next, y'all?
All right. We're going to move on to the actual best Batman movie, Phantasm.
Amen.
You know what?
It is the best.
Yes.
No.
Also, Kevin Conroy, best Batman.
I agree, Kevin Conroy. Can I say?
I did say no.
Can I say before we all start a mutiny on me? I'm going to pull a Janae and say I've never seen the Mask of Phantasm.
Same.
It's really good.
I haven't seen it either.
It's really, really good. Well acted.
I want you to go and hang out in Crime Alley right now. I'll be there soon.
Do I need to bring my parents?
Let me start with Tyler.
No, just bite the curb.
Let me start with Tyler. Before we start talking about how we like it, I want to hear from Tyler on why he didn't like it.
Tyler, get out.
Because he's a communist.
By the way, there is a special appearance now, guys. I don't know if you can see the bottom of my screen, but Mouse did make an appearance. Meow.
Here's the thing. I understand why there's a lot of love for it, and I don't have necessarily any massive hate for it. The only real negativity I have for it is that it feels like everyone loves it so much and talks so highly of it, and to me, it's kind of a bore. It's kind of slow for me. It's kind of they created a brand new character for them, which is fine because I mean some of the best characters of all time have been created through the animation. I mean, Harley Quinn created the Batman animated series, Batman Beyond started as a show before it ever made comics. So characters do happen that way. But this was a character they introduced. This was the first, Kevin Conroy getting the big screen for an animated film, and it just feels very. It's just overhyped in a way that I feel like this is one of those things that was a straight to TV movie, in my opinion, that would have been fine, and it would have been an okay movie to watch. But everyone runs around saying it's great, and I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. It's not anything spectacular. I could watch the Batman animated series and get probably more enjoyment than watching that movie.
Bro, it's Batman Begins, but better written.
Yeah.
Not really.
I would agree.
He's rolling in his grave with your comments because he said that's his favorite part of.
Yeah, that's okay. Like, people can love that. There's no there's no wrong answers here.
Yes, there is.
Okay. Well, I'm just. It's not my cup of tea. If I had to pick out of all the massive amounts of Batman movies, that one would definitely not make my top 10.
It's in my top 5.
Dude. It would be lucky to make my top 25.
Let's.
Did you say top 45?
No,
25.
25. He said.
Let's finish up with a few more. Because boy, I got work in the morning.
Who needs work?
Me.
Jared,
Batman doesn't need work.
That's Batman. I ain't Batman, damn it. I wish I was.
All right, went through a couple real quick. Sub-Zero. Anybody see that movie?
Yep, it was okay.
Great.
It's got a good story. And it's a little bit longer than Mask of the Phantasm, I think, by maybe just a few minutes.
But it didn't make it to the big screen.
But yeah, well, and by that point, by the time that it had come out, it was late 90s, and the only episodes of Batman the Animated Series that you were getting were on Kids WB at that point. They'd been moved from Fox, so so at that point there was kind of a, I don't know, it is one of those movies that it should have gotten a large screen release, but Warner Brothers has, when it comes to the DC animated movies, they've been very hit and miss when it comes to putting them out on theaters, because the only one that they put out was Mask of the Phantasm, as far as I'm aware, for anything DC related. And they put it out at Christmas time, so there wasn't a whole lot of traffic at theaters to begin with. I don't know. It's just I like the movie. Sub-Zero is a fun movie.
Sub-Zero is better than Phantasm.
I'm sorry, but when did Mr. Freeze get pet polar bears? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in movies that doesn't make any sense. But it's still great.
I'm sorry. When did Mr. Freeze become a bodybuilder named Arnold Schwarzenegger?
When they couldn't get Patrick Stewart for the live action.
No,
I'm just saying. I think that polar bears are kind of on brand for Dr. Freeze. Just saying.
Yes,
they are on brand, but they're incredibly difficult to train.
And
look, as long as Penguin doesn't get the white or the polar bears, because that would not make sense. You just give
so are
penguins
most
to penguins.
men, but it's doable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really, Cat?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess it's on brand for being poison.
Oh my goodness! Real quick, I do want to finish up with Cat talking about Aztec Batman.
Ow! Stop it.
Okay, so Aztec Batman, and Tyler, help me out with this one. Is that actually part of the Elsewhere, one of the Elsewhere tales, or is it just separate?
Well, all Elseworld worlds are separate. They're all, none of them are really connected. Not really.
They're
Gotcha.
part of the multiverse. Ow! Stop it.
Right. And so the reason was, until we started talking about this list, I had actually never heard of Aztec Batman. I'd heard of the others.
It just recently came out.
Gotcha. That may be why.
Ow! Stop
now, here's one thing that I'm going to say about it. If you don't understand Latin American history to that full of an extent, you're going to have a really hard time getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because with Aztec Batman, the way that it started out is you're basically telling the story of Cortez landing in South America. And the fact that they did not make Cortez blonde historic, I mean, I can kind of let some of the historical inaccuracies go. But that was kind of one of the things, is the reason that the Aztec people were so willing to bring him in
is because they thought he was a god.
Right, because of the fact that there are drawings that were in Chichen Itza that depicted their god, and it looked very similar to Cortez. I mean, obviously, crude drawings that had been there for quite some time, stories passed down, etc. So it does get a really slow start if you don't understand the history of that conquest and the history of that region. Now, the thing that I thought was really interesting about it, though, and I do really hope maybe we get a second installment, is the way that they portrayed Poison Ivy as the goddess of the forest.
Yeah, she's cool.
And the way that they kind of implied that, yes, some of the Batman-ness was from him being a trained warrior and his fighting style and finding ways to kind of like enhance and protect himself going up against these guys that have guns, cannons, and everything else. But at the end, it also implied that there is also a spirit of the bat, which is one of the temples that they worship at, which may have actually they've actually essentially resurrected him and is giving him new additional power. I know for a lot of people, if you're not up on your Latin American history at that level, you may find it kind of slow and boring. I thought it was a really great, interesting telling. I mean, I was slightly disappointed that it still let off with dead parents.
Of course, it's Batman.
Yeah.
Well, here was the thing. You weren't dealing with Bruce Wayne. So I was hoping that maybe they were going to go a slightly different direction because it started with Dad being alive. He was like a Disney princess. He was only missing one parent.
And then
so,
he died.
Right, exactly. And then like he is there and sees his father shot.
Well, sliced.
Yeah, yeah, yes. So I mean, I kind of liked it as an addition to the story, but I also am a very big fan of alt history.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, you know, you give me something like Wolfenstein, you give me some of these things that have really deep lore in an alternate history.
Mm-hmm.
That's my jam. So, like I said, Aztec is definitely not going to be for everyone. It's not going to be for the people that are really into Bruce Wayne as Batman. But if they're into the vigilante-ness of Batman and fighting against crime, atrocities, and fighting for what's right, then I think it's a story that people could really get behind. And I would, like I said, the way they ended the first movie leaves it open to a potential second movie, and I'm for it.
I wouldn't mind throwing just a quick, if I'm okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So, I agree with you that I think there's a lot of cool elements to it, and I think those should be really like those are good things. The only issues, and I'm gonna try to watch what I say here because I recognize that one, this movie was not made originally for American audiences. It was made in Mexico for Spanish audiences, and it was dubbed later for us. The animation style it's using is not a bad animation style, but if you would have told me this was 2005, I would have said, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know because I don't know what the animation, like what is current animation down in Mexico for children's television. I have no idea. So again, not trying to shit talk anything because it might.
My thing is, I wouldn't necessarily say that this was geared towards children. Now, as someone who lives in an area that is still very, very close to Central and to South America, and very large traditionally Hispanic populations, one thing I can let you know, they definitely do not shy away from the horror and the violence.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, in Mexico, is that considered okay for kids? Possibly. Yeah. If it's okay for children, is it not okay for most children in the United States? Probably not.
Well, sorry. I was the only other thing I would just add is that like I think that they are trying something, and I give them the respect for trying something, and I think there's some really cool elements to it. But if I had to choose for my cup of tea and what I go for, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement for where I would really get into it. And I'm actually a big believer of having spins on different characters and taking new takes on them. So I think there's always a new story to tell. There's always something new and creative to do with somebody and something. But yeah, and to be fair, Bruce Wayne is not the only Batman that's ever existed. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I hope for it the best, but it's just not my cup of tea.
And I can see that. I mean, like I said, I kind of think that maybe using the elsewhere verse, for lack of a better term, is a really great way for them to get into some of these other like historical stories and bring Batman in.
Sure,
I know we're not going to get to it tonight, but I mean, Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah.
that was a good
The
one.
Doom that came to Gotham.
Very good one.
They're all based in these historical moments, right? And I think maybe they're branching out into that. So maybe we're going to see some other different Batmans and different takes from different regions. I mean, I'm for it.
I am for it. Yeah, I am for it as well. All right.
Better animation style.
This has been a great show, guys. We're gonna revisit what we didn't talk about. Shaw, if you can just mark down everything we talked about, we will definitely return and do this again. I like the way this was done. Good stuff. We will return to this. All right.
I will say this when it comes to like alternate versions of the DC universe, with like, kind of piggybacking off of what Kat was saying. If anybody's read the Dark Knights of Steel series that has been put out by DC, they've got 2 volumes in the main storyline. They've got a kind of a side quest focused specifically on Slade Wilson. The whole premise is it takes the DC universe into almost like a fantasy world, medieval fantasy, and it's really cool the way that they do it. Like, they keep to the core of the characters, and they establish that it's really neat how they establish it. But they one of the things that is tweaked is that Bruce Wayne is a half brother of Kal-El. That they share the same father, and so at there's a point halfway through the first volume where Batman is he's completely overwhelmed emotionally, and he just cuts loose and fires off with some heat vision, and then he somehow manages to fly, and it completely throws him off. Because it's not something he was expecting.
Because he's Batman.
All right, you guys, let's go around the room so what everybody's got going on this week. Then we're going to get on out of here. But we will revisit this, y'all. We'll do a part 2 to this.
I will wear my cowl.
Yes, Tyler will wear his cowl. Yes. And I think Ando can dress his cat
not
up.
Tyler.
And I think Ando can dress his cat.
Ando, you're muted.
You muted, Ando.
Yeah, no, I said that as soon as I started talking. It's on that little mute. I was going to be like, nah, nobody can dress up like Cat. Like, Cat is her own. Like, I would be doing a disservice if I tried to dress up like Cat.
And Ando, I think you should dress up as Catwoman.
No.
Yeah, I thought about it. All right.
I'll dress up. Who's the first guy they take out in Arkham Asylum? Zah? What was
Zaz? Yeah.
Yeah,
Zaz.
I'd much rather go with Zaz than Catwoman. So
Have fun scarring your body.
Hold on.
Are you sure? Because all the things I've seen, he scars up his body and he's like always in his underwear.
Yeah.
You haven't seen me on my recent Discord calls. So for real, I'll make you a deal. Cat. If you go with Catwoman, I will play one of your cats.
Oh, we talking like full cat mask, like the dog masks?
I'll do a cat mask. Why not? You just have to send me your cat headphones so that I can wear them, right? And then I can only respond for 30 minutes as meow or meow meow.
Don't forget, you got to clean yourself on camera.
I mean, the other thing is if he does go as Zaz, I can send you tutorials on how to do the scars. Okay, it's not that hard.
Not a problem.
But you might just want to shave those spots because coming off, that's gonna hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, liquid latex does not work well with this hair.
We can put it up to chat. Chat can decide during the next show what I have to dress up as.
Oh.
Diamond already has her next gender band cosplay for us, so.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yes.
And then we'll just make it a cosplay episode. Janae can show up in cosplay for Sailor Moon or whatever she wants to come as.
Sailor Moon Batman.
Maybe she'll come up as the Seahawks cheerleader when they go to the Super Bowl. Maybe. Who knows?
Do they have a chance of going to the Super Bowl?
They are in the NFC Championship game as of tonight.
NFC Championship game as of tonight. Yes.
Oh.
All
so
right.
so they beat the 49ers.
Yeah.
41-6.
They trashed them.
Oh my God.
Ah.
That means
All right,
my
let's
dad
go.
lost $5.
Oh no, not $5.
All right, let's go around
Yeah,
the
but he
room
lost
real
$5
quick.
to his brother.
Let's go around the room real quick. See what everybody's got going on there. We're going to jump on out of here. Kat, tell us what's going on over at Feast of Fandoms.
Oh, well, over at Feast of Fandoms, we've always got a ton of stuff going on. For all you folks that are into Marvel, we've got MCU Mondays every Monday night where they're talking about, right now, I think they're still going through the Jessica Jones series.
Yep.
And doing recaps on that. Tuesdays is we try and keep that to Trek Tuesday. We also get some gaming news on those days, just because that is the Fallout 76 server reboot day. But Captain Slugs and Lightsabers oftentimes has a short if they don't have a full-length episode talking about everything Star Trek. Wednesdays, as Garrett previously mentioned, and he'll dig into a little bit later, we've got a new episode of War of the Stars. For the other Star Wars fans out there, we also have Cantina Happy Hour on Thursday. So like Wednesday, Thursday is a little bit of our Star Wars double take. And Friday, we will have a new episode of Snackame
With Janae
and Garrett. And then, of course, hop back here on Saturday to check us out at the Geek Gauntlet. Hey, if y'all had fun here hanging out with us tonight, and I can tell by the chat a lot of you did, make sure that you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. That way, it makes sure that you get that notification ding every time we go live.
All right, let me go over to Garrett real quick. Garrett, what you got going on at War of Stars?
With War of the Stars, we have we've been doing a month-long series on droids. We are going to be taking a break this coming week. So this last Wednesday we talked about R2D2, C3PO, and how they're like, pretty much the only characters that show up in the movies, in every single movie, with the exception of Solo. They do have a quick appearance in Rogue One, but we are going to be jumping on talking about different books that we've been reading in the Star Wars universe. And we may or may not be having a guest. One of our former co-hosts, Brian Miller, is going to be could be jumping on with us, and he's always fun to have on there. He's a really, really knowledgeable guy, especially considering the fact that he's a veteran, and so he brings a very interesting perspective to what we talk about. As for me personally, I just had a new episode of The Right Way pop up on YouTube, and I'm sorry to say that at this point, Feast of Fandoms has actually outdone my own subscription count. So kudos to Kat for all of her hard work. But I will be doing replays of all the segments that dropped today. So if you don't want to sit through the entire 22-minute episode, you can always check out the replays as they drop this next week. But then at the beginning of February, I have a really fun event that I'm going to be doing. It's called the Moonlit Revelry Ball. It's the first of its kind in this area, where it's going to be like equal parts fantasy convention with masquerade dinner and dance.
I was on mute. All right, y'all. Let me head on over to Andor real quick. Andor, what you got going on this week, buddy?
You know what? With sports kicking into high gear, I will be live Monday night on the Sports Reports podcast with our boy Will here, talking everything probably NFL playoffs. And if I remember right, Monday night is the national championship game, so we'll be talking about that. A lot of baseball news, but Tony will be there. I know we talk about ESEN network or ESC network here, but don't forget to follow us on the Wire to Wire Sports Network, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. And I'm pointing the wrong way. I need to be pointing this way because I'm looking at Will. But no, other than that, I got work going on between work, podcasts, and sleep. That is my schedule. So.
All right. Let's roll over to Tyler real quick. Tyler, what you got going on, buddy?
Oh gosh, I have been actually going through and rewatching Invincible.
Good show.
Yeah, so I'm in season 2, so that's great. As I was texting in the group chat, I just re-downloaded Arkham Knight, so I might just start playing that again for fun. And then I have so many comics to read right now, as well as I'm trying to pile drive through reading Exiles. Which the first Exiles run is like a 100-issue run, and I'm only on issue like 10, so wish me luck. But
Ty, Tyler, I will say, please do not pile drive anything because that hurts like a bitch.
No, I'm gonna pile drive it all night, Ando.
Yep. I see. Broncos won. Yay. We'll talk about it later.
But just got some fun stuff to read and some fun stuff to watch and fun stuff to play. And then somehow in there work and sleep, but I don't know,
All right, let me go over to Janae. Janae, what you got going on this week?
Absolutely nothing.
Instead of absolute Batman, it's absolute nothing.
And I'm okay.
She's Batman. She's Batman.
But all seriousness, probably reorganizing my desk so I can actually find it. It's just been a catch-all for paperwork and stuff. So,
does this mean that you're getting back into your drawing stuff?
No.
Okay, figured I'd ask.
I'm taking a break from drawing.
I just thought of another cosplay. And Ando, you could be absolute Harley Quinn.
Dang.
Okay.
Right, then move
I
over.
can do the pigtails.
No, gotta go look up what absolute Harley Quinn looks like.
Then move over. While he's doing that, let me move over to Diamond real quick. Diamond, what you got going on this week?
So I'm gonna continue streaming Baldur's Gate 3 and Epic Mickey.
Okay, that's what's up. And we'll finish up with Shaw. Shaw, what you doing this week, my friend?
All right, well, nothing really, but next week on Geek Gauntlet, we will continue this Batman talk. We'll have a section where we talk about a couple more things, probably some of the verses, and yeah, that's it.
All right,
hold on, Will. Before we close up, I did just pull up pictures of absolute Harley Quinn. Tyler, you have a better shot of me playing Cassandra Nova from Deadpool and Wolverine before I put on Harley Quinn. That's all I'm saying.
You got that. Come on, you could pull that off.
No. Fuck no, I cannot. Sorry, we don't have the parental advisory in effect, but it is Geek After Dark. So fuck no, I'm not.
What?
I mean,
are you actually looking at absolute Harley Quinn?
All right, you guys.
I don't think I can make the black eyeliner look that good, bro. I'm sorry.
All right.
However, Buttercup is in chat, and I know that she does makeup, so I'll hit up Buttercup and see what she can say.
All right, guys. Since I have the last word, I'm just gonna say this, and then we're gonna get on out. Lego Batman is the best Batman. And on that note, I do want to say thank you to everybody in our panel tonight. Appreciate you, all of you guys being here. I want to say thank you so much to Elite Sports and Entertainment Network for being here and hosting us. We do appreciate you guys. Also, a big thanks to Maono Microphones for the sponsor. Grab your PD 200W, guys. It lights up. Is wireless, can do USB, can do XLR, whatever you need it to do. Also can do wireless. It will do it. There you go. Get the RGB going. Yes, sir.
Is it waterproof?
No.
Sorry.
No, I wish it was. But it can do everything else. So definitely check it out at maono.com. And if there's nothing else, I want to say thank you to everybody listening tonight to the podcast. We appreciate you. And we'll see you all again next week. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.
Bye.